Mga ka-HNI, ating pong dasalin ang Orasyo Imperata. Makapangyarihan at mapagmahal na Ama, nagsusumamo kami sa iyo upang hilingin ang iyong patnubay laban sa COVID-19 na nagpapahirap sa marami at kumitina ng mga buhay. Gabayan mo ang mga dalubhasang naatasan na tumuklas ng mga lunas at paraan upang hihinto na ang paglaganap nito. Patnubayan mo mga lumilingap sa may sakit upang ang kanilang paggalinga ay malaki pa ng husay at malasakit. Itinataas namin ang mga nagdurusa. Makamtan nawa nila ang mabuting kalusugan. Lingapin mo rin ang mga kumakalinga sa kanila. Pagkamitin mo ng kapayapaang walang hanggan ang mga pumanaw na. Pagkalooban mo kami ng biyaya na magtulong-tulong tungo sa ikabubuti ng lahat. Pukawin sa amin ang pagmamalasakit sa mga nangangailangan. Nagsusumamo kami na iyong ihinto na ang paglaganap ng virus at ipagadya kami sa lahat ng mga takot. Hinihiling namin ito sa pamamagitan ni Jesucristo na nabubuhay at naghaharing kasama mo at ng Espiritu Santo, iisang Diyos magpasawalang hanggan. Amen. Dumudulog kami sa iyong patnubay, mahal na Ina ng Diyos. Pakinggan mo ang aming mga kahilingan sa aming pangangailangan at ipag-adya mo kami sa lahat ng kasamaan. Maluwalhati at pinagpalang Birhen. Amen. Mahal na Birhen, mapagpagaling sa may sakit, ipanalangin mo kami. San Rafael Arcangel, ipanalangin mo kami. San Roque, ipanalangin mo kami. San Lorenzo Ruiz, ipanalangin mo kami. San Pedro Calungsod, ipanalangin mo kami. Sandali lang. Tagal na pa ito. Okay. Gumana ba ang share screen ko? It's supposed to show yung bagong intro ng Open Arms. Medyo at the last minute ko lang create I made sure na I'm very much prepared to present the topic for tonight, which is okay. I will share na lang yung opening. I forgot. Yan. So, ayan. Medyo naninibago pa ako eh. But there you've seen the intro of Open Arms. I hope na it's it's wonderfully done. Sorry if take two na ito ha, obviously. I thought I've shared it pero inulit ko na lang para sigurado akong na-share ko yung ating bagong intro ng Open Arms. So, going back, nandito na tayo sa topic na commitment. The funny thing is, I was supposed to share this topic back in last May, kalagitnaan ng May. Although, it got delayed and delayed and delayed dahil nga nawalan kami ng internet connection. So, during the weekend ko lang to natapos. And finally, it's all set. Hopefully, I can share as much as I can na naaayon sa topic natin for tonight sa Open Arms. So, first, let's share some thoughts about commitments. It often inspires thoughts ng repetition and stasis. Now, ano ba talaga ang stasis? In fact, I cannot even figure out exactly kung ano definition sa stasis eh. Anyway, stasis. What is it exactly? In the end, I think it's kind of status is synonymous to balance equilibrium, to be exact. Having inspired thoughts of repetition and equilibrium, where everyone is looking for the next big thing, meron pa bang pinapahalaga ang commitment? Commitment is not really always about stasis or equilibrium. It now refers to actively deciding to focus on one's energy sa maliliit lang, sa iilang importanteng bagay lang sa kahit isa sa atin, and that's where we use up our energy. Doon tayo nagpo-focus on the most important things, yung mga dapat nating prioritize, doon tayo nagbibigay ng concentration. That's how we are committed to those stuff. Kailangan natin ng kakayahan to stick with something kapag may mga times na it's beginning to get tough. And we have to keep coming back because ang mga inaasahan nating pagbabago, changes for any situation, does not happen overnight if we want it to last for a long period of time. Kailangan yung change na gusto nating it should have a slow process, in my opinion. Yung bang process na hindi naman agad-agad. It should happen in few small steps or unti-untiin lang yung pagpapalaganap ng pagbabago na gusto mong makamit para yung pag-commit mo sa bagay ay paninindigan talaga. Ang commitment ay isa sa mga C's ng social model. Like, Ito ay value na one must make kasi kapag pinahalagahan natin ito, this is our key to become a successful leader. As seen in the figure, we are talking about the three component model of commitment. Ito ay affection for your job. Tsaka, meron din tayong takot na mawala. We have a fear of loss. And regardless of the toughness or ease of situation, we have to be obliged to stay committed na tapusin natin ng ganito. I just want to add sa pagdagdag ni US President Abraham Lincoln, commitment is what transforms a promise into a reality. We must look into our obligations and alongside that, isipin nating mabuti na ang paggawa ng isang active commitment ay necessary para sa ating mga obligations. That's how we become exponential leaders. Some of us here, for example, have gone through that. I may not have exercised, in my opinion, new leadership, but in the times that I've got to experience that, not just for myself, para din sa aking teammates or something, I have to focus on being committed sa mga bagay-bagay. Kaya I decided na mag-concentrate sa mga small steps in order to continue having that sense of commitment. And alongside that, kung kailangan nating maging committed sa leadership, we can also practice self-love. Lalo na sa ganitong situation na we're still under a COVID-19 pandemic. Napapractice pa ba natin ang self-love? This can go hard and meron tayong kanya-kanyang inner critics. We deserve our time and attention at pwede natin itong simulan to make the commitment to reflect and build intention and practice what it takes upang magpakita naman tayo sa sarili natin ng good love. Lalo na sa mga ganitong panahon. Like, we are getting paranoid na, are we allowed to do this na ba? Should we go out or do we not want, ayaw ba nating mag-risk na masyado about what could happen? So, no matter what, we should still find time to love ourselves. May mga proclamations of self-love such as the following: my history does not define me. Kung anong pinagdaanan ko raw, hindi yun ang magde-define sa akin. Other people's opinions don't shape me. Hindi ka raw pa-aapekto sa opinion mo. Ang isang tao naman, meron ding trust sa kanyang self at hindi niya pababayaan or pagtataksila ng sarili niya. And lastly, lahat ng kaya niyang gawin ay gagawin niya upang mabigyan ng kalinga ang kanyang buong puso at isip dahil deserve natin ang best for ourselves. That's the proclamation of self-love. Now we are discussing kung ano talaga ito. Self-love describes ang pagiging most authentic, purest, and unapologetic self. Kailangan maging willing tayo na sabihin kung ano ang mali, kung mali tayo, and meron din tayong dapat desire na magpatuloy na matuto, magkaroon ng growth sa character, at mag-transform. Self-love also describes risk-taking in the face of fear. Minsan, ito lang talaga ang solution for us to grow more as a person. We have to take risks sometimes. It also means opening yourself to intimacy in relationships. That comes to a point na you have to be intimate with anyone who you go into a relationship with. Ang pagiging vulnerable or hype or masyadong prone to any emotional risks or something, at ang pag-express ng shame or kahihiyan. Walang kinatatakutan ang self-love. It is fearless, last but not the least. We can cultivate self-love sa pamamagitan ng mga ganitong steps. We have to tune in and look inward. Kailangan nating tingnan ang ating inner selves. And we have to be committed to anything, habaan ng pasensya, and let's be persistent. Confront your need to heal with compassion. May mga support system tayong mahanap like therapy, yoga, classes, webinars, blog posts, church, gaya ng online mass or online church service, sangas, wherever. Develop systems of change. Pwede ring gamitin ang mga tutunan sa outside world and in your relationships. Let's embody isabuhay na ang mga natutunan natin. There can be actual practices done as well, kagaya ng exercise, moving our body, meditate, kagaya ng yoga, and self-compassionate speech. Seek out content, people, and experiences that can uplift you from the inside out. So, that's how we can be sure na meron talaga tayong ma-express na love sa ating sarili. And there's also a commitment in a relationship. It's a strong sense of intention and focus na may accompaniment ng statement of purpose or plan of action. Ito ay na-utilize regarding proclamations na ginagawa about how serious ang mga relationships natin with other people. In statements like, I'm in a committed relationship or I'm completely committed to this relationship, what is exactly said? This could have the same meaning for many people while it does not. Sorry, but if it's true, well, hindi talaga magkakapareho ang meaning niyan for all. They are usually statements about behavior or proposed outcomes, kagaya ng, I'm committed to you, suggests that one person should not be seeking another relationship or stick to one lang siya. One man woman or one woman man. The institution of marriage is most identified with the pledge of commitment. Kailangan is parang sumpaan to na maging faithful sila sa isa't isa. If not continued love. There are statistics, however, that reveal na kahit formalized na ang commitments through marriage, there is as much likelihood of failure as success. Dahil may mga more than half of marriages nakaka-experience of infidelity, and everyone is all aware of the divorce rate. And at one point, divorce is being sinusulong na pagiging legal to sa Philippines. If couples' most honored commitments aren't kept, intindihin naman dapat nila bakit ganon. Why they cannot always fully commit to each other's promises during holy matrimony. Mahirap for people to make promises about behaviors and outcomes, but to ignore the necessary process is what gives them a hard time to achieve those goals. For example, kapag ang isang student ay May commitment na panatilihin ang kanyang straight A academic performances, pero hindi sila gano'n ka-devoted sa kanilang pag-aaral. It becomes lip service dahil anyone who's supposedly committed to doing something successfully ay hindi nila nagagawa all the way. The outcomes that are referred to regarding relationships are continued love, happiness, and fidelity. It is madness to think na pwede itong ma-achieve if the process required to reach those lofty goals ay hindi pinagko-concentrate on. It's not focused on sa mga thread. How often do people say that they commit to the process of a relationship? Ano pwedeng mangyari, for example, if the people committed to working on sustaining their levels of emotional intimacy and learning the necessary tools to support the process? Or kung may priority sa intimate relationship to valuing the relationship over the less important things na ma pwede nilang harapin along the way. There are many couples na walang time when it comes to talking about their issues with one another. Wala rin silang enough time together privately. Kagaya nung date night nila. When was the last time they had it? Busy masyado sa life. Kagaya ng work is life. Kailangan mag-ipon. Kailangan mag-set ng bucket list for anything but not having enough time for themselves. Kaya it's likely na they fall out of love or go engage on an extramarital affair, you know, that pwede rin mauwi sa divorce or in our case, annulment. If not, there could be a prevailing mediocrity sa mga ganitong relationships. Now, what is an outcome? It's a momentary snapshot of life. Snapshot called outcome, ganon. It's actually a moment extracted from the flow of one's life experience. Pwede nating tingnan ng singular behavior decision referred to as the outcome, or it could be how we look at the life process, or meron tayong full commitment sa ganyan, kagaya ng what we can do to become successful, having a good relationship, or become a straight A student, ganyan. What we need to look at is the flow of experience and the quality of how we are choosing to live. Ang outcome nito ay ang byproduct of that flow of the process. In any situation, if we could fully commit sa ganitong process, then expect the outcomes to become what we think they could be, or they should be rather. If, however, ang pag-commit natin sa outcome is not it's not a full commitment, but just a mere commitment, and in the process is being ignored, we ignore the process, that's how the outcome is sabotaged. This is why pagdating sa commitment in leadership or any relationship, we have to keep ourselves focused in order to achieve what we want, yung ina-expect natin po. Opo. Excuse me lang. With regards to that, yung pag-commit natin sa isang bagay, paano natin maipaglalaban kung hindi tayo fully focused? Ano mangyayari sa outcome natin? Na, di ba? So, ang pag-commit natin sa process ay kailangan if we want it to have a good outcome like we must, and that's a really good key to success. So, ayan po, I've just discussed a lot of all of that stuff about commitment and siningi ko rin about self-love. Lalo na sa ating career, anything that we might take, whether it's for work from home for most of us or setting up a business online. Regardless, we have to be committed sa mga ganyang bagay. If we cannot, how can we achieve success at the pace that we want? Hindi naman sa hindi naman sa nang-discourage ako, but kailangan lang natin ng willpower and motivation para manatili tayong committed sa bagay na ating pinaglalaban, lalo na sa leadership, sa work, sa success, anything in life, yung process sa ating life, like, we could achieve it kapag fully committed tayo sa mga bagay-bagay. So, if you have learned something from this, sorry. Uh, June June 23, Tuesday. Welcome. Okay. It's just my mom. Nagtatanong siya sa araw. Tuesday pala ngayon. So, anyway, kung may natutunan kayo sa ating open arms discussion for today, you can comment it down below. And you can also share experiences kung how you stayed committed to achieving success regarding your own life experiences on how you make anything successful gaya nung business, ganyan. Pwede yung i-comment and you can inspire others and motivate them at the same time to become fully committed to the process. So, ayan, we just had our presentation for today, for tonight. Nagbabalik na ako and I hope magtuloy-tuloy na talaga. This has been Billy. See you all in the next Open Arms episode. Have a great night, everyone.
You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Dapat dili, doon ka nakaharap kasi makikita yung magulong bahay natin. Makakomment ka yan, gugulo naman yung bahay mo dili. Dili.
Okay.
Dili, Sam. Doon ka umarap kasi ang gulo ng bahay natin. Makikita yung bahay mo. Tingnan ko nga yung background mo. Nakita ba yung back? Nakita kaya yung likod ng bahay natin mo dili.